in the kitchen with KG, Pampered Chef Consultant, and I'm going to share with you guys today a wonderful dish, a bruschetta and zucchini pasta. So easy to make, less than 30 minutes. You'll have dinner, a nice healthy meal at your table, and using one of our popular rock crock everyday pan. So this is, Pampered Chef's been famous for stoneware, and this is one of our stoneware pieces that's been dipped in a black enamel. And what makes it so wonderful is that it can go from your cooktop into your stove, into the broiler. You can even put this on the grill. If you have a smoker, you can smoke with this because it's good up to 725 degrees. That's the actual rock crock pan, not the lid. But the lid is oven safe, which is fantastic. So imagine you can be making a chili. Start your chili, ground your beef on here, add some ingredients, maybe put it into the oven, maybe put some cheese on top, and then broil it so it's all nice and bubbly. I mean, that's like awesome. So much versatility in our rock crock pan. And not only do we have our rock crock everyday pan, we also have our rock crock Dutch oven, which is a 6-quart. This is 4-quart. Love it. Okay, so we are actually going to do pasta in the microwave. Hello, no waiting for water to boil. So we have about a box of angel hair pasta in our rock crock. We're going to add 2 cups of chicken broth. And I am using our everyday measuring cup. Love this. This is our 2 cup. Actually comes in a set. So it has a 4 cup, a 2 cup, a 1 cup. I love it. And a little bit later, look at this. How cute is this? I'm going to use our little one. It's about a 1/4 of a cup. So cute. Okay, so don't really need to mix the pasta, but I'm going to go ahead and get the glass top on because the glass top is really great because it can, hold in all that moisture. And we're just going to pop it in the microwave. And we're going to put it in the microwave for about 5 minutes. Okay, and here's something else which I didn't tell you, which is so cool, is that you can actually bake a cake. 7 minutes, a cake with some nice, delicious frosting in it, like a lava cake in the microwave using the rock crock everyday pan. I mean, that's awesome. I'll have to do that as a little show. All right, so what we're going to do is, I did say it's a bruschetta zucchini pasta. So I love pasta, but I also know that it's also good to eat healthy. And pasta's healthy, but so is some really good zucchini. So how awesome is this? This is our veggie stripper. And as you see, I've already started to kind of like strip some veggies of zucchini. I love the veggie stripper. I actually love to use this for carrots. You can use it for cucumbers. You can use it for potatoes. I mean, it has a lot of like vegetable squashes you can use it for. So basically it's really simple. It has a nice little indentation that you can lay it on top, and you're basically just going to slide it across. But I'm actually going to lay it in here and kind of do, because I want you to be able to see how cool it is when you just go back and forth and you get all those nice little slivers of zucchini. And the great part about doing it like this is it also cooks really fast, which makes it really good in this dish. And so you've got a nice combination, and maybe you don't even have to tell the kids it's zucchini. They'll probably notice. But it's a really nice little zucchini, and you can even do onions with this veggie stripper as well, which is really neat. And so then if you can't do it like on the bowl, and I just basically go all the way across, like this, and back and forth. Sometimes I cut it in half. It's a little bit easier. I can go a little faster. How about that? Okay, I do make a little bit of a mess when I do, but we can clean the mess up. But how about that for awesomeness about getting some nice good veggies in there? And so we're going to add that to the dish. So what's happening is the 2 cups of broth are going to cook up our pasta really good. So now we have this nice zucchini. This is about 1.5 zucchinis that is going to go into our dish. And then we are going to be making a bruschetta. So let me go ahead and I'll put that there. And this is our manual food processor, which I've already started. I love the manual food processor. It's really great for salsas. It's great for guacamole. And it's very simple. You just kind of, you have the top up and you just press down. And as you press down, it's just going and cooking and turning. And it's turning inside, and you can see my tomatoes. So I actually started a little while ago, so I wanted to add more tomatoes so you can see it in action. This is like a whole little pint of tomatoes. I'm using another easy read measure colander to add the tomatoes, the rest of my tomatoes to. Okay, I'll put it over here so you can see it nice and close. And with our tomatoes, we are gonna add a few more ingredients because this is our bruschetta, okay? This is our bruschetta. So we're gonna add some olive oil, about 1/4 of a cup of olive oil in there. It's really gonna be good. And garlic. Love our garlic press. We're gonna put a piece of garlic right in there. And what's great is if you can see, this is the clove. So you don't need to peel it. You just place it in there and you're gonna squeeze down on it. And what's great is I have this nice little tool, and so I can just go across like that and get the rest of it so I don't waste anything. And when the clove gets stuck in there, you can just use this tool to take it out. It should come out really easily. And if not, just use your hands. And if your hands get all garlicky, well, what you do is you just wipe your hands on this after you rinse them, and it won't smell like garlic anymore. So we're gonna go ahead and put it in. We're gonna just do it a few times. Basically breaks up those tomatoes. I like using the grape tomatoes. I just think it adds a nice flavor. And we're going to add some basil. So what I did was I used our kitchen shears. Love our kitchen shears. They are awesome. Our kitchen shears are stainless steel, lifetime warranty. Look at that. And they come apart. So you do have to hand wash them, but oh my gosh, it's worth it. I love these. I love them for cutting up chicken bones. I love it for chopping up fresh herbs. So we have about 4 or 5 basil leaves that I've just been chopping up here with the end of the scissors. And I'm gonna add that right in there so you guys can see that. Do you see that? Looks good? Okay. And we got the olive oil. We're gonna go ahead and add salt and pepper because you need a little salt and pepper in our bruschetta. We'll probably also add it into our dish. Okay, we're gonna go down and we're gonna keep chopping it up just like that. And so the manual food processor, like I mentioned, is also really great for stuff like I mentioned bruschetta, which is awesome, as well as salsas and guacamoles. You can use it to chop up cookies. I like it to chop up onions. I do love our food chopper, but when it comes to onions, if I'm using them with some other vegetables like cutting up onions and peppers and I only want to use one tool, I'm going to go for the manual food processor, chop up my onions, take them out, then chop up the peppers if I'm trying to get it all really fine. So that makes it really good. So here you can see it's almost done. I'm going to probably do it a little bit more so you can kind of see our bruschetta. Okay, and just a couple more times to kind of pinch those tomatoes. All right, so it's been 5 minutes, which is awesome. So we're 5 minutes goes by quickly. All right, so oh my gosh, that looks really good. It smells really good, and I know you guys can't smell it, but it does smell really good. Okay, so these are our grippers. I love these little silicone grips because the sides of the rock crock are going to be really hot. Well, I have to really work hard because I'm a little bit shorter than my microwave. So we're gonna go ahead and add a few. Let's go see our pasta. It's looking good now. It's not completely cooked through, but what's gonna happen is we're gonna be adding, oh, it's almost cooked through. We're gonna be adding all those other ingredients. And if you know, and maybe you don't, and I've learned this on Food Network shows, when you add pasta water like to a dish, it actually can serve as a thickener. So as our pasta is still baking and we add all these other ingredients, we're gonna have a nice thick dish. Okay, so we have our pasta. Make sure you guys can see how the pasta's looking in there. So you can kind of see our pasta. And we are going to add our zucchini. It says about 1.5 zucchini. It's gonna be a nice dish. It's gonna make a nice dinner too. And we're going to, this is our tongs. So this is our large tongs. I love these tongs. These tongs are great. They have silicone on the end and they're really easy to close and open. I'll just kind of show you. So when they're open, you just squeeze it and there's a little piece here, it's a mechanism that keeps it closed. So you turn it over and then push in and it opens. So you turn it over and it comes to the end and it closes. I mean, that's pretty cool. I love these large chef tongs. Okay, so we've got our zucchini and it's already just telling you as it's been sitting here, it's already getting nice and thick. That zucchini is kind of absorbing in there, which is really cool. And it smells good. I don't even haven't even put spices in. So before I put my bruschetta, I want to add 2 spices to our dish. I'm going to add rosemary and Italian. So these are, we have a whole line of pantry items. I love the Italian, I love the rosemary. We have lots of different options on our herbs. And so here we go, we're gonna add some rosemary. I really don't measure. I know, some people might say, well, you should, but you know what? I don't think so. I think I like more than you probably would normally put. So if something calls for a teaspoon or a tablespoon of a seasoning, we usually put more into it. All right, so let's get that seasoning nice and put into here. And we are going to, a little bit more, why not? A little bit more. We're gonna add a little salt and pepper, a little more pepper. We like a nice little spice in our dish. A little bit of salt, because we don't have anything coming from the salt. A little bit of chicken broth, so we did have the chicken broth in there. All right, so we're gonna take out the blade, because you wanna take the blade out first, and we're gonna pour the bruschetta in here, because I like it all warm. And so basically, when I make this dish, and you know, this dish is pretty versatile, I like to just mix everything together as much as I can using my tongs, and then I will cook it in the oven for about 5 minutes, plate it, and then I will add some nice Parmesan cheese with our zester. So we're going to put it back into the microwave, and we're gonna see what happens in about 5 minutes. So we're gonna put it in the microwave for 5 minutes, and we'll see how it turns out. All right, so 5 minutes is all it really needs, and so it is all done, and I have plated it on one of my cute Pampered Chef plates using our tongs, mixed it all up, and like I mentioned, that pasta water kind of added a thickness to it, which was great. And last but not least, we're gonna grate some nice Parmesan cheese on top of my dish. This is our micro zester. Love this, great for citrus, and also I love to do with Parmesan cheese, because Parmesan cheese has such a great nutty flavor that I just like to shred that up right on there. So we're just gonna shred that over here, or I should say microplane it on top of it, and we are gonna eat this loveliness for dinner. And that is our bruschetta and zucchini pasta, all finished up. So I hope you enjoyed our bruschetta and zucchini pasta, and I will leave a link to the recipe and my website. Y'all have a great evening.